for Atlanta. They're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
Well, they were in everyone's crosshairs, and they've actually outperformed some of those predictions. That is not easy to do with a target on your back.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Robinson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And for the Hawks, the small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Daniels. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. We have the first leg of the NBA season, Greg, now behind us. The standings starting to come into shape.
Yeah, right now is when you can make sense of wins and losses. Who you play matters so much early on, but things have started here to balance out.
Now here's Porzingis, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
To the middle, here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Alexander-Walker, covered by Cunningham. Back to Porzingis, and he slams it right down on top of Cade Cunningham.
Now, how about the creativity there from Porzingis? He wanted to make that one sting a little.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Here is Daniels. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And he drives in. 6 to shoot. Here's Alexander-Walker. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
Well, the key is to take what the defense allows. That is smart basketball.
Now, here's Cunningham, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Dyson Daniels. He's putting up about 8 points a game, just over 2 steals and 5 assists. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
Yeah, you better be careful with the basketball around this guy because he is going to take it from him.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
Porzingis. Duren pulls it in.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Here's Harris. Wow, what a play!
Unbelievable! Well, if Tobias Harris sees a lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks with possession here, trailing by 2. Pass to Reza Shea. Porzingis sets the pick for Reza Shea. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Asar Thompson.
At the wing position, Ricochet has pretty much everything you're looking for, right? Length, mobility, three-point shooting, and add to that, he has a great feel for the game.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Ricochet has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of, and he has made good on that pick.
Ricochet's hit them both. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Now, here's Cunningham. The layup missed.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Man, that was impressive. Johnson can flat out fly.
Cunningham passes to Durant. Now, here is Robinson. Pass to Thompson. And here is Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Cunningham for 3. And it's Ricochet with the rebound.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
That's the kind of athlete Cunningham is. He gets up fast and throws it down.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. The Pistons have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. And there's the call on Ricochet. That's his first foul. Cunningham outside. There's the 3. And again, Cunningham missing.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. And then Johnson with the jam.
Wow, through that contact. That is a really nice play by Johnson.
Detroit's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Cunningham passes to Harris. Robinson a screen on Johnson. Here's Harris. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
He just powered that
One of the game's top dunkers. Outside Robinson. Pass to Duran. Cunningham outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. Very solid start for them. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And, you know, if you look at Daniels' numbers, he's done a great job improving those assist totals.
And the Pistons with possession here, following the bucket by the Hawks. And it's Ricochet with the rebound.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
And now here comes Robinson leading the break. He's looking for Daniels and finds him. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Yeah, that time they're out in the open floor, and Jalen Johnson finished off that break beautifully.
Pass to Harris. Johnson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Cunningham right side. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Rizichet.
Cunningham finishing through the whistle. Great body control with that contact.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the evening. And the Hawks making a change here. Okongwu's checked in. That's good from Cunningham. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll see you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And all the credit goes to the defender. Very hard to contest threes without fouling.
And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Daniels. And now a 7-point Hawks lead. So it's the Pistons now. Thompson outside. Cunningham looking it over. Harris setting the pick for Cunningham with the drive. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
I like when Cunningham is going right at the rim. He is so good at converting those opportunities.
Outside Daniels. It's to Porzingis. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Duncan Robinson.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Luke Kennard comes in for Alexander Walker, and Wallace subbed in for Dyson Daniel. Then for the Pistons, Holland comes in for Asar Thompson, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Now, here's Durant. Nothing on the board. Harris's shot is good.
The defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Atlanta leading by 3. Kennard, the pass to Wallace. Porzingis sets the pick for Wallace. There's the drive. That one goes. Count it.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
One shot.
Free throw good, Wallace. Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
Now here is Harris. 8 points for him. A three-pointer off the mark. Okongwu against Durant. Okongwu, the pass to Wallace. Pass to Kennard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Karis LeVert. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Kennard. And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also can become a great defensive team. And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Cunningham kicks to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Now here's Wallace. Throws it up high. And now the Pistons fast break. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
Wallace up on top. Covered by Cunningham. Back to Porzingis. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. It's good from long range. Kennard's got 5 now.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
On the wing, Harris. The kick out to Cunningham. Over Wallace. Pass to Holland. The 3. And Duran slams it in.
Good luck dealing with Duran on the offensive glass. That's just an outstanding job staying with the play.
Porzingis high post. Over Harris. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
11 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Sasser. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, the energy was there. The communication was there. I think they can build on this going forward.
Okongwu is out there with Newell. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Wallace. And it's Krejci in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Now here's LeVert. No scoring in this one. Stewart with the screen on Kennard. Clock at 6. Here's LeVert. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Newell. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now, here's LeVert. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Pass to Stewart. He gets it in there. Stewart's got his first points in this one. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Leading by 5. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
They were so precise with their execution. They didn't make many mistakes on either end, and that took the crowd out of the game.
You know, Tim, regardless of where he's played, Karis LeVert has always found a role.
Well, there's a lot to like, Kevin. He can defend as well as create offensively, and that means he's going to be in your rotation.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Kennard. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Sasser. Wallace covering. Howard. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Hawks.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And another thing that has really opened up the rest of the floor is their damage from the mid-range area.
Teams changing it up here. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. 5th on the list, the Pistons.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
And he can't get the first one. And after years of disappointment, the Pistons, Tim, finally seem to have put it together.
And I think the key for them has been blending in the right amount of veteran leadership with their emerging young players. And I'll tell you what, this team still has a lot more upside.
And he's good on the second. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Here's Holland. 9 points last game. Stewart with the screen on Daniels. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Atlanta leading by 6. Here's Johnson. Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's his first trip to the line.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second. Pistons trail by 7. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Holland the pass to Cunningham. Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Kennard up top. He's got 5. Daniels kicks to Kennard. to the inside. Here's Johnson. Okongwu trying to break free. Lays it up and banks it in. That's now 8 points for Jalen Johnson. Daniels against Cunningham. Robinson passes to Stewart. Sinks the three-pointer. Stewart's got his third bucket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now, here's Okongwu. 32 points for him last game against Utah.
And he was a force on the glass. Absolutely dominant.
Cunningham against Daniels. Cunningham outside. Pass to Stewart. Shot clock at 5. Robinson dishes to Cunningham. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And now it's just a 4-point Hawks lead.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Kevin. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Kevin, back to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Robinson. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. It's going to be Reza Shea shooting. It's on Asar Thompson. The Hawks have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
One shot.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. 7-point differential. Outside Robinson. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Robinson's got 5 points so far.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Reza Shea with it. He's covered by Thompson. Okongwu with the screen on Thompson. Pass to Alexander Walker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Alexander Walker's got his second basket of the game. Cunningham passes to Duren. Now Robinson. Pistons passing it around. Thompson for 3. Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. That one on Reza Shea. Defensive tone setter, that's Asar Thompson. He shadows his man with relentless determination, but his game right before us, Tim, don't you think, is expanding in every way?
Oh, he's got immeasurable impact defensively, blocks, steals, deflections, always a disruptor. He's still a little bit foul prone, but I think as he starts to get a reputation in this league as an elite defender, he is going to be scary.
Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
On the wing, Daniels, covered by Cunningham. Porzingis kicks to Daniels. Johnson sets the screen for Daniels. No good on the triple. Pistons trail by 6. Cunningham outside. Duren with a screen on Okongwu. Cunningham's shot is off.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Okongwu down low. Cunningham's there. And the shot goes in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Here's Harris. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Newell, he's checked in for Okongwu. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Harris. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, that's a shot he should make the majority of the time.
Pass to Newell. Outside Daniel. Right side Porzingis fires the 3. Detroit with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Thompson passes to Harris. Here's Alexander Walker.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Daniels against Cunningham. Outside Robinson. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. They can use a bucket. Newell pulls it in.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
A shot off that time. Pistons trail by 10. Cunningham outside. Pass to Thompson. Now Duren. Out to Thompson. Shoots a 3. And he recovers it. Here's Cunningham. Here's Duren. Defended by Alexander Walker. Out to Thompson. Shoots the 3. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And if Duren decides to go up and try to dunk that, who in this league is going to get in his way?
Pass to Newell. They set the pick. Back to Daniels. Porzingis inside. Defended by Duren. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Harris. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And you know what you've got to respect about a guy like Harris? He has been in a lot of different uniforms over the course of his career, but he's been productive everywhere he's been.
The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And Harris drops them both. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch-and-shoot percentages. Can I get off threes, and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high-volume three-point shooting before the game. getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. Daniels finds Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis with a screen on Robinson. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now here is Harris. He's got 10. Sinks that one from the post. Harris has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, finding a way. That's what Harris does.
Daniels against Cunningham. Right side Daniels. Alexander Walker on the wing. Guarded by Robinson. The Hawks again can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Harris outside. Duren sets the screen for Harris. And Duren slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Tie game in Atlanta. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who are brought up playing the game this way.
And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
And for that game against the 76ers, don't let a lack of focus steal one from you. Overlooking lesser opponents, but that's when they come and they bite you.
I overlook all opponents.
In terms of what? Height? Confidence? Both? Don't even answer. I know the answer. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Atlanta shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. On the court for the Pistons, the forwards are Thompson and Harris. Duncan Robinson out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at center.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Now here's Thompson. Inside. Here's Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
That's a really nice job that time, drawing the defense in. Harris earning that whistle.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
That's good from Harris. And he makes both free throws. So it's Atlanta now. They've led by as much as 10. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Johnson finds Rizichet. Porzingis with a screen on Thompson. Here's Rizichet. And the dunk by Rizichet.
Yeah, if you give Rizichet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
The Pistons trailing. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. It's deflected. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
Now, here's Cunningham. 17 points in the game. Here's Duren. Got it. Good job in the low post. Duren's got 8 points.
Well, that's what I love about Duren. He understands his game and his limitations. He likes the ball down low. He is not going to take too many threes.
Pass to Daniel. Plenty of space. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
This is the second half start they were hoping for. 4 straight field goals out of the gate.
And last season's most improved player. And Tim, I know you like this guy, Dyson Daniels, a rising player.
Well, Kevin, he is an elite defender, already one of the best we have in this league, and he's just getting started. When Cunningham gets inside and plays with force, good things tend to happen.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham. You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself, and that is the difference.
And so Cunningham nails both of them. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21. Last season, his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
Now here is Harris. 14 points for him. Cunningham dishes it to Robinson. Pass to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. Over Daniels. Cunningham's shot is off. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. The lead is 2. Porzingis against Duren. From 10 feet out, Porzingis can't hit.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Kevin, back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Here's Cunningham following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Harris has got the game tied up here for the Pistons. Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 9. Pass to Rizichet. Back to Alexander Walker. Now Johnson. Guarded by Harris. Good work there as it goes. That's 10 points for Jalen Johnson.
And inside the paint, Johnson is becoming very consistent. He knows what angle to take.
Cunningham right side. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Cunningham's got 21 in the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Here's Rizachet. He's covered by Thompson. From past the arc. And it's Rizachet missing. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Cunningham outside. Shoots over Alexander Walker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Down low. Cunningham with it. And Daniels picks him up defensively. Bobbed up there for Thompson. And taken away by Johnson. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the shot goes down. Daniels has got 8 points. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. That aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Here's the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Daniels has got 9 points now in just the second half. Pistons trail by 5. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Hawks, number 1. 5th on the list, the Pistons.
Yeah, both of these teams of late forcing turnovers and converting them into offense at the other end.
On defense, Atlanta. They've led by as much as 10. Outside, Robinson. Looking for Cunningham, and he gets it there. It's good. Cunningham's got 23 points.
I love the mentality of Cunningham tonight, looking for his shot, and boy, is he producing.
Back to Rizachet. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Porzingis. Shoots over Duran, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. 16 points for him.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 23. Harris's shot is good.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Inside, here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Pass to Harris and taken away by Johnson. Here's Rizachet. And Thompson sends it back. Top of the key, Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 5th assist in this one. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Katangos checked in for Atlanta. And the Pistons making a change here as well. LeVert's checked in for Cade Cunningham. Porzingis finds Alexander Walker to the middle and finished off by Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh, Boy, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now, here's LeVert. Here's Harris. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Rizachet sets the screen for Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range. Pistons trail by 4. On the wing, Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
And you know Harris is capable of these type of outbursts. He has been a 20-point scorer in this league.
Outside Daniel. Outside Porzingis over Harris. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Harris kicks to LeVert. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists tonight. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Pass to Alexander Walker. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Harris looking it over. Now LeVert. Now Duren. 6 to shoot. There's the lob to Duren. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Well, with that size and athletic ability, Duren is a terrific alley-oop threat.
Alexander Walker passes to Porzingis. No good again that time.
But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Pass to Robinson. LeVert kicks to Harris. Thompson sets the pick for Harris. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Thompson misses. The Hawks trail by 3. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Okongwu slams it in.
And you can tell Rizachet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Newell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Johnson comes in for Zachary Rizachet. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Wallace subbed in for Daniels. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart's checked in for Jalen Duren. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. Cunningham, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Asar Thompson. There's a minute 40 left to play in the third. Pass to Sasser.
I see him.
Now here's LeVert. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson right side. And slam dunk by Johnson.
And Johnson giving these fans a show.
And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
That's good from Johnson.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson is just a do-it-all kind of guy. He can hit the 3, he can create offense for his teammates, and then he gives you great effort defensively.
Now here's LeVert. 1:09 left to play here in the third, and he banks in the layup. LeVert's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Wallace looking for an opening. Pass to Newell. Okongwu dishes to Wallace. Intercepted. Now Detroit moving it up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now here's Kennard. He's got 5. There's a screen. Here's Newell, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Sasser with it. Wallace covering. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Clock at 6. Stewart with the screen on Wallace. Pass to Cunningham. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Cunningham's got 25 points.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pistons ahead, up by 2. And we'll be back with you right after this. Tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Jalen Johnson is out there with Newell. Then there's Wallace. Then it's Okongwu. And it's Kennard in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. LeVert from outside. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trailing. Kennard on the wing. Back to Okongwu. That one goes in. Okongwu's now got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Atlanta. Okongwu's now gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Now LeVert. Stewart with the screen on Johnson. Pass to Stewart. 5 to shoot. Here's Sasser. His 3-pointers off the mark. Hawks shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Wallace finds Kennard. Okongwu with a screen on Cunningham. And Okongwu slams it in.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Cunningham passes to Stewart. And here's LeVert. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Newell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The first one falls. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And the tough guy reputation, Tim, well earned for Isaiah Stewart.
Well, yeah, he's a physical presence, Kevin. He does not shy away from an alley fight. He brings that edge every team needs, and it is especially welcome in the Motor City.
And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Detroit, no good that time either.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over.
Pass to Newell. Here's Kennard. Beyond the arc. They get the rebound. Okongwu.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff. Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Detroit. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. There was a sense of urgency. Coach said, quote, "We are right there, guys. Just stay together and trust one another. Let's take this one." Guys, let's see how that message resonates with the team.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Now here's LeVert, guarded by Rizachet. LeVert the pass to Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. To halt the run. Kennard with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Okongwu with a screen on LeVert. Back to Johnson. Now here's Kennard. He's guarded closely, and it's in there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Holland, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Now here's Kennard. Going inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Ron Holland.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. A different look here for Detroit. Tobias Harris is checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Holland. And it's Duncan Robinson in for LeVert. Second free throw, no good. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And the Hawks making a change here. Rizachet checked in. So he gets them both. Here's the Hawks with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Alexander Walker passes to Daniels. Out to Porzingis. Lets it go with a three. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 6 assists here tonight. Pistons trailed by 11. Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. Shoots It's over Alexander Walker. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Daniels. Now here's Porzingis. Now Alexander Walker. And a wide open look for Daniel. Another three for Atlanta.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
Now here is Harris. And shot on the way. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Outside Daniels. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. So it's Detroit now. They trail by 14. Thompson outside. Pass to Duran. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by the Hawks. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Johnson, the pass to Porzingis.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Pistons trail by 16. Cunningham with it. Harris inside. Johnson on him. Johnson with the block.
And his coach has to love that. That's great rim protection by Johnson.
Cunningham for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 6 assists in the game. After Rizachet. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Now, here's Cunningham. Thompson outside. Cunningham outside. Pass to Harris. Duran sets the screen for Harris. There's the lob to Duran. Porzingis with the steal. Here's the break. It's up a 3. And it's Rizachet missing.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
And you like how physical Harris can get inside. Always looking to initiate contact on offense.
At the line for the Pistons, Tobias Harris, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And Harris drops them both. Here's Alexander Walker. And here's Atlanta. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's Rizachet. He's off on that one. Good D by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 11-point game. Cunningham passes to Duran. Pass to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Duran with a screen on Johnson. Harris. Another shot. Duran, no good. Atlanta leading by 11. Daniels finds Johnson. Oh, he would not be denied!
What a burst And when Johnson puts it all together like this, he is special. Right now, he is absolutely torching those guys.
Now, here's Cunningham. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season, he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in steals, and this young man's just getting started. Figures to be a problem for a long time.
That's good from Cunningham.
And what you respect about Cade Cunningham is that he puts his team on his back. He does everything he can to deliver whatever they need.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Covered by Cunningham. Johnson kicks to Porzingis. No good on the three.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
To the inside, here's Rizachet. That's in the short one. And that's now 9 points for Rizachet.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here is Harris. And there's the call on Rizachet. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And with 4 fouls now, he has to be very careful.
At one point, they led by 16. Now here's Thompson. 5 on the clock. Fires from 18.
And Porzingis demonstrating there why he's an effective two-way player, positioning himself well there to just bother the shooter. And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Pistons trail by 13. Here is Robinson. Cunningham, and he sinks the fadeaway J.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Cade has every shot in his bag.
Atlanta leading by 11. Now, Alexander Walker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Alexander Walker. Covered by Cunningham. It's stolen by Duren.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
And there's the three.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Johnson with a screen on Thompson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jalen Duren.
Well, Rizachet does a nice job of drawing the contact on his way up. Now, a chance at the line.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. Rizachet's hit them both. And here's Cunningham. From 13 feet, it's in.
And that is why Cunningham is dangerous with the ball in his hands. He can beat you in a variety of ways.
Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Cunningham. 1:03 left to play here in the fourth. Duren pulls it down. And, well, Detroit shooting an appalling 26% in the fourth quarter. Thompson and get the three. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis with a screen on Harris. Here's Porzingis. Duren pulls it down.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point is going to be futile. Too little, too late.
Now Johnson. And so the Hawks take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Johnson.